So I'm Simon, and I'm the co-founder of Melious. And
I'm Dean. I'm also the co-founder of Melious. We founded Melious together with two other co-founders, actually. And we're building AI that is sovereign European. So we want to give an alternative to the current existing models you have, like, for example, ChatGPT or Anthropic or Google Gemini. We want to build an alternative that is usable without your data being under US jurisdiction, because even when you use providers like Mistral or Langdog, your data is still hosted on EU servers, but from US companies. And there's a problem because of the US Cloud Act. Because actually last year there was an sorry, do you know the word?
there was a hearing in front of a jury,
Exactly.
and the chief of Europe from Microsoft said under oath that all the data that's on the EU servers actually isn't really safe, because it can leave Europe anytime because of the US Cloud Act. And that really made big waves in a lot of big companies. And to this day, there's not one solution that basically really solves it. Because I mean, there are providers like Infercom which do a really great part in this, because they provide the infrastructure. But they are basically two parts of the coin. On the one side, you have the infrastructure, which is already there, basically. I mean, there's not just Infercom, which has infrastructure in Europe, but what we try to do is make that infrastructure usable for anyone, basically. So if a company wants to chat with their data, they typically use a chat interface, but there really isn't really anything like that right now. And to have their workflows, they also need their custom pipelines for their data. So to build all of that, it takes a lot of work. It takes the talent, which Europe sadly doesn't have in the same amount that the US has, because even if here there's talent here, they often go to the US. So we try to solve that by making a platform that is as easy to use as ChatGPT and etc., but that's full European. And we knew from the start that we wouldn't have the capital to build such a big infrastructure ourselves. So we partnered with all the different infrastructure providers, which believed in us, for example, Infercom. And now with Infercom, we have access to the fastest infrastructure in all of Europe that even out competes the US alternatives. I mean, we are talking hundreds of tokens per second with Infercom, which these can't provide to this day. So we not only will be sovereign, but we'll also be faster and also cheaper, because what we do is we are fully based on open weight models, which can run on any infrastructure, and that makes it beautiful because there isn't a monopoly on who hosts the models. And all our providers can basically host the same model, and even if one fails, we can just fail over, basically. And that's our philosophy, because we don't want to build any competing product to the infrastructure providers from Europe, but we want to join them and make the infrastructure usable for anyone. So,
Can you talk a little bit about the different models that you do use that are on the Infercom platform?
So, for example, GPT OSS 120B, which is basically the latest open weight model from OpenAI. And with their platform, we can deliver to our users, but really fast. I mean, we are talking like 500 to 600 tokens per second, which is, to this day, maybe it changes in the future, but 10 to 20 times faster than what the closed source models have right now. So with that speed, of course, they still have a downside, because many of these models are not multi-modal, so they can't process images, but some can, but others cannot. And one is really good at coding, and the other is good at another thing. So to basically bring all these models together and make them usable, we built what we call Melious Engine.
Yeah, that's basically our approach to keep up with the currently leading models by, for example, OpenAI, because we introduced an approach where we benchmark all those open weight models and we route intelligently between them, and also enrich requests by the user with the correct context, and we apply prompt engineering to enhance the user's prompts, and all that leads to results that can keep up with GPT-5, for example. That's our approach, and providers like Infercom play a huge role in our mission, because that's basically the foundation for that we can do this in the way we do it. Yeah.
Last question. Can you tell us why fast inference matters for your customers that are using the platform?
I mean, it's really self-explanatory in my opinion, because being able to act fast really means a lot these days. I mean, in this world with AI, if you can build something 10 times faster than you're 10 times ahead of your competitor, for example. So being able to access such fast inference gives us the ability to do everything that the AI can do right now, but basically 10x the speed. So that really is basically AI on steroids.
And especially in coding application, that's pretty useful, because you can basically just describe what you want to build, and you have
Next
it
second it's done.
in the blink of an eye, and that's great.